Have you ever wondered why some people tend to win big in the casinos while others don't? Like, what is it that people who win big do that other people simply do not do? Well, if you ask yourself that question, then today in this video, I'm going to tell you some of the things that I've witnessed and observed throughout my years as a dealer that people tend to do who win big that others simply don't do. Before I get started with that, I just want to let you know this. No matter what strategy or what method you use or anything that you tend to implement to help you win big, it is all predicated on luck and timing. You simply just have to be lucky to win in these games. There's no other way around it, unless you're cheating. And then you risk a lot of other penalties or something else bad happening to you. But if you're just playing the games honestly, you have to be lucky in order to win. Your timing just has to be perfect. You can sit at a slot machine and play for hours, and then somebody else can come and sit in that same slot machine 5 minutes later and hit a jackpot. It's all based on timing and luck. So, I just want to make this clear before I explain to you these things that I witnessed, that no matter what it is, your timing and your luck have to be impeccable in order for you to win at these games. So, now that we got that out the way, let me tell you some of the things that I've seen people do who tend to win big that other people don't. The first of those things is they start with a large bankroll. And what I mean is they have a lot of money, period, point blank, right? They either buy in with a lot of money or they have a lot of money in their possession before they start to play. Now, what that does is it allows them the opportunity to last in the game long enough so when that run comes, they will be able to play large amounts of money, and when they win, in order to build that up to a nice size winning, right? Most of the time when you play, you're going to lose more often than you win. And so if you don't have a lot of money, if you lose it all, you're done, right? You have no chance of recouping that or sticking around long enough until your run starts to happen. But if you have a large bankroll, you can take some losses here and there, still be able to stick around and play until those wins start to happen. And when they do, now you have enough money to be able to make nice size wagers in order to build that money up to where you've won a nice amount of money. So, like the old saying goes, it takes money to make money. You need a large bankroll in order to win big. Now, can you win big without it? Absolutely. I've seen people who start with small amount of money and win big. I watched a lady one time, her very first time playing, start with $100 and turn it into like $25,000. Just simply betting black or red on roulette. And she was just real lucky. And she was able to build that money up until she had a nice size amount. But those opportunities are few and far between. It's more common that I see people win big who have a lot of money to begin with. Now, the second thing that I see is people who win big aren't afraid to play big. They simply do not waver from making big bets. A few times I've seen people start off with playing blackjack with $25 hands here, $25 hand there, $25 hand there, lose, and then all of a sudden they go in with a $500 hand and win, right? They're not afraid to make those big wagers when they feel that time is right. And again, that's all a part of your luck and your timing. But even with that, you have to be willing to make large wagers. Those who sit back and play small hands for their entire time of playing typically don't win big. They usually lose, win, either going to break even or end up losing all their money, or maybe win a small amount of money. But they never win big because they never play big. The players who aren't afraid to make large wagers tend to win the most money. It's like that other old saying goes, scared money don't make money, right? I watch people who have double down situations or split situations, and they can have multiple hands at a time, but are afraid to do it because they're risking a lot of money. They typically don't win big, right? But the ones who relish in those moments, and they can't wait to split, can't wait to split, can't wait to double, can't wait to double, and then they, again, if they're lucky, they hit them all, then they tend to win a nice size amount of money. So you cannot be afraid to make big wagers. At some point, and I'm not saying every time, but periodically, you have to decide that at this moment, I'm going to put in a big wager, if not sometimes all of your chips at one time on a wager, and hope it wins. So, second thing, don't be afraid to make large wagers. You have to be willing to place big bets in order to win big. Now, the third thing that I see a lot of big winners do that those who don't win big typically won't do is they play unorthodox. They have an orthodox way of playing, meaning they do not follow the rules. They do not stick to the script. They, what they say in a casino, don't play by the book, right? They go by how they feel in those moments. There are a lot of situations, especially in blackjack and in most of the poker games, where they have rules for how you should play, right? For instance, in blackjack, I've talked about this before. There's hands that you're supposed to hit. There's hands you're supposed to stay. There's hands you're supposed to double. There's hands you should split. Some people strictly play by those rules. And I'll be honest, the majority of those people don't win big. It's the ones who don't play by those rules all the time or deviate every now and then that allows them the opportunity to win big. And I can't explain it, but I just know what I've seen. I've done a video before talking about a guy who started with $2,000 and won $80,000 playing blackjack, right? And in that video, I was explaining how he was more often than not following the rules. He was doing everything that the book tells you not to do. Doubling on hands that he shouldn't double. Splitting cards when he shouldn't split them. Staying when he should be hitting and hitting when he should be staying. But in those moments, because his timing was good and he was really lucky that night, everything was working for him to the point where he ended up winning $80,000. So, again, I'm not saying this works for everybody, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't play by the rules all the time. I'm just telling you periodically, if you want to have the opportunity to win big, you should deviate from the rules certain times and play by how you feel. Those who do that tend to win big as opposed to those who don't. I'll give you another scenario. I deal a lot of 3-card poker, right? And in 3-card poker, there's this rule that says you should play any hand that gives you a queen, 10, or higher, right? So you only get 3 cards in 3-card poker. And if 2 of those cards are a queen and a 10, you should play it. If it's anything less than a queen, 10, or lower, you should fold it. Well, I'll be honest. Players who don't follow by that rule tend to win more than those who do. In fact, players who don't even look at their cards, meaning what we call playing blind, meaning you get dealt the 3 cards, you don't even look at them, you just put them into the play box and put your money on it, and you play it regardless of what you have. those players tend to win more than the ones who actually look and analyze and try to make a decision on whether they should play or fold. Now, I know that sounds crazy, right? Because you're not even looking at your cards. So are you even really playing? But I promise you, I've dealt more people three of a kinds and straight flushes in those moments where they don't even look, as opposed to those who do. I can't explain it. I'm just telling you what I see. So, because of that, I'm telling you, those who play unorthodox methods and those who don't follow the rules to the T, 9 times out of 10, they seem to win more often than those who do. So, those are just a few of the things that I've seen, or the most common, I should say, of the things that I see people who win big do, that those who don't win big don't do. Now, I would love to know from you, if you have another method that you use that tends to help you win big, please share it with me. Like, comment, subscribe on this. Tell me what you think. Hopefully, if you're one of those who doesn't win big, give these methods a try. Tell me what happens when you do go in with large amounts of money, or aren't afraid to make big wagers, or play unorthodox methods of playing and don't just follow by the rules. And let me know what your results are. All right. I hope this helps you in this video. I hope that it helps you win big the next time you're in a casino. God bless, and I will see you on the next video.